Welcome to 3D Learning Economics, Video 7. You've made already your questions, you did the first graphic, and the question is, should equality remain the focus of Sweden's equality idea, and at whose cost? Because you have other ideas like immigration, etc. So how have you been? Did the graphic work okay? Was it difficult? I know it is a challenge. Were you able to use your formula? 1 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1. Is it helping? Are you gaining confidence? That's what I would really hope to hear. Now we come to the debate. And in debate you have a statement, not a question. Before, discussion is about questions. Now you want statements, and we've really stressed to make statements and not to use the word think, because it's a statement. You have to react to the statement with facts, not opinions, and defend with specific information about your position, for or against. Now the position is understood to be either to support or oppose the statement. That's called a position. And sometimes when you do a debate and you are given one position, sometimes it's hard. The other position is easier. So who gets the more difficult one? It's just a bigger challenge. Both positions need to be researched with sentence structures and vocabulary. Remember, we did vocabulary before. And vocabulary comes from research, comes from your story, and if you have been keeping your notebook up to date with your categories and where do you put your information, then the whole team can benefit and you can share your ideas together. This is a team effort. Though you will present individually, it is a team effort to put it together. There's topic-related and general use vocabulary. And for this story, general use vocabulary is located at the end of the idea, and you can include other words found during research. Vocabulary is just an ongoing, getting bigger idea. So, don't think, vocabulary is just a limited idea. But you want vocabulary. Remember, we talked about vocabulary being general or specific to your argument. When you're doing research, research for your argument, not for all kinds of other things. It's nice to learn vocabulary, but don't focus on vocabulary that is not going to help you in your argument or in your rebuttal. It is important that the team understands the vocabulary and its use to better support or rebut the argument. Use vocabulary. Makes you sound good, but it will also strengthen your ideas. The vocabulary, there's simple vocabulary and there's really long, hard ones. Just choose the ones that have value to your argument. To function well requires a lot of practice. So if you choose words that are harder to speak for you, practice. Learn how to use them. Learn words that are similar in meaning, even if they are different. Those are synonyms. Find them. Use them, because the opposition team, the opposing team, will use them, and you're going to say, what? What does that mean? You don't have time to go look in the dictionary. So build your dictionary a little bit from easy words, hard words, just a little check for synonyms of this word or that word, and the dictionary will do it. But do it before you get to the debate. Do it when you can still research and do things. Now discussions, and we've talked about discussion, they're based on opinions and answers to questions. That's why we have, easy questions. You did that, levels 1, 2, and 3. And debate is about facts and statements. And that's what we want to focus on. Excuse me. Is facts and statements. We've stressed that before, and you should have a lot of them already, but think about core issues. Here, you have some core issues. Social equality, core issues could be rights and big government, democracy, and equality. Socialism is not democratic. It's very big government. And today, when you look at the story, high taxes, quality of life, socialism, democracy, that's the same. Rights, we have rights on both sides, and social programs, because social programs is a topic in the story. Quality of life is the challenge. Everybody has rights, equal rights. We have a right to have the same money as everybody. Nobody should have more or less. But then you have immigrants who have nothing and taking away my money. Should we give them the same? It's a good question. They are all good arguments. And you want to research, but these are keywords for your research. Don't find stories that don't give you more information about these kinds of things. Sweden and high taxes, Sweden quality of life, Sweden socialism, Sweden democracy, Sweden rights. Put them together and you will find lots of articles, but choose ones that will help you build your argument. Highlight them so it's easy to find. Copy and paste just a little bit so that you have your notebook full of ideas. Now the debate statement, and you've made statements before. You have the main topic, that's a statement. You have paragraph, which is statements. You have other main statements from your first graphic. And the debate can be difficult. It's kind of a little bit of everything. So what do we really want to talk about? And it's the focus of the argument and should be as precise as possible. Don't make a statement that is vague, that has really wide ideas. No, you want very narrow focus, because if it's too big, then the arguments and debate goes crazy. So we're going to give you a few to choose from, and you make your own from there. These are just samples. Don't copy and paste. You make your own. You and your team, you want to make them. And the danger, you're going to make them too long. Be careful. You want to make long, and make a first one long. Make your first statement quite long, 20 words. And then write it again, maybe 10 times, have everybody talk about it. Make your words, change your words here and there, okay? Cut out words. What do you really want to talk about? You want it really precise. Stick to the key issue. What is the key issue? Now we said before it was economic equality. Now that's a key issue. That's a really key issue. It fits the core issues that you had before. So why not use it? If you don't like it, change it. This is your preparation. Don't just follow what I say. Don't just follow what other people say. Challenge what you're doing. You want to build the argument starting from why. Why is a difficult question to answer, and therefore the first effort should be there. Why? Why should equality be an issue? Why should Sweden change its programs because of immigration? Why? So many whys. Write a bunch of why questions. It's really, really good. Because if you start with why, you take all the information from your umbrella and you put it into how to answer the different why questions. Once you understand the why and you say, this is why, This is why Sweden should change its policy. This is why equality is not going to work. This is why high taxes make people angry. This is why, okay? So you have the why questions, make the why questions, and put all your information under that. So here, some statements, review them, and see if you can change it, make it better. Social programs create a lazy workforce. It's an easy statement. Can you defend it with 5 people? You might agree, you might disagree. But can you defend it? 5, if you have 5 on the team, you want 5 different arguments, right? You want 5 different arguments. You have the first graphic. You can use the first graphic and use that as the first statement. And can you find 4 other statements that will focus on that? Lower taxes create social inequality. Maybe that's true. Maybe it's not true. Can you find enough information? Can you build 5 different statements that will support or oppose that statement? You need 5 different ideas. 5 different ideas for each team. It's not just yes or no. You want 5 different statements from 5 different people to build on it, to support it, or to oppose it. We are our own country and should not be compared to others. That's very nice. Is it weak? Is it strong? What do you think? What do you think is a really good statement from all the information you have to make your own statement? It doesn't have to be long. And preferred probably 7 words is a really great idea. Well, work with it. Make it. You have all the information. You've done the graphics. You've asked the questions. You've made different statements. Which statements fit? Which can you build? Which can you support? And which can you oppose? So this week you created statements which will help you propose your proposal and practice. Statements are, they're short and they look easy, but really they are not so easy when you try to build your argument. It's like you take this puzzle and it says, wow, this is very easy, and then you find that it's not as easy and you get bored and you want to change it. Everything is changeable. Information. Your statement is changeable. Keep changing it until you can find information to support or oppose from each member. You have arguments ready? You did that already? And should assign each member 1 point. That's why your statement has to be fitting everybody. How can you make it stronger? Talk about it. Discuss this as a team. If you need, help your teacher. Get your teacher for help. How can you make it stronger? Everything can be made stronger, but sometimes we think too much, and the key is when you make a statement, can you oppose it with each member having an opposition argument? Can you support it with each member having a support argument? Make 5 statements. So you have the key statement. Okay, you have the key statement. And then when you open it, each member has their own statement. It's a little hard. Takes a little thinking, critical thinking for sure. And it takes time. So, there are no right or wrong answers or ideas. They're all good. They're only strong and weak challenges. We keep repeating that because it's really true. You have a strong argument, but you haven't. It's weak because you haven't found arguments to support it or oppose it. You might have a weak argument, but you have lots of information, and then you have to sort out the information and say which really is true about this. And then you say, well, I can't defend it because it's too complicated. Don't make it complicated. Keep it simple. Thank you very much. And remember, work together, create those statements, make them strong so that your arguments can be built under it. And begin building your arguments and your statements underneath it. Everybody should have them. When you come back to class, you should share them and see, what do other people think? We'll see you in video 8.